despite the governor's returns from overseas medical treatment recently, in a month ago or thereabouts, he has yet to resume his official duty with the state to several weeks. Let it be on record that we, like many other good citizens of Nigeria, are praying fervently for the recovery of our governor, the Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, from the sickbed. I know that this can happen to anybody. So we are not we are wishing him well. But what we are saying is the vacuum that he have created, which we are speaking on behalf of the citizens of Ondo State. We, however, think that the governor protracted absence raises serious concern about the functionality of governance, effective decision-making, and administrative efficiency in our beloved state, Ondo State, Nigeria. The intent of the framers of our Constitution in Section 189, 190, and 191 is to avoid any kind of vacuum. There is already a provision for such things like this. Therefore, there shouldn't be a prolonged vacuum. And that has been our concern. Hence, necessitating for us addressing this press conference this hour. At this session, explicitly emphasizing the necessity to avoid a vacuum in leadership, the prolonged absence of the governor creates a governance vacuum, thereby impeding the effective administration of Ondo State. You also agree with me that out of the 36 states of the Federation, including FCT, when decision is being making, even at the high levels of the leadership, the Ondo State leadership is always absent in this regard, and which is invariably affecting the entire citizens of Ondo State. And that is why we are acting as a voice of other citizens at this time of the 21st century. It shouldn't have ought to be so, and that is why we are talking for this to be corrected. Equally distressing is the apparent political interferences by some persons not elected by the good people of Ondo State, preventing the deputy governor from fully discharging his constitutional duty in the absence of Governor Akeredolu. These people, we know that they are not elected, but they are trying to make themselves as the god, even to the Ondo State. We all know that even the ticket that produced Governor Akeredolu is a joint ticket between him and the deputy governor, which is recognized even by the law. We condemn any attempt by political jobbler to sow discord between the governor and his deputy, as well as any endeavor to exploit the resulting power vacuum for personal gain. You also know that this is also a huge enterprise for the same people that doesn't want even the deputy governor even to just act on behalf of the principal. So this also have to also be condemned. We remind all the stakeholders that the Constitution empowers the deputy governor to act in the governor's absence. It's just to act on his behalf, not for him to even be governor. And I think one is acting, things can go out smoothly. The political maneuvering preventing this is a violation of the very principle that interrupt our democratic system. Ondo State observes strong and unwavering leadership, especially in the charging time. Therefore, we call on all relevant authorities to urgently address this matter and ensure the seamless transition of governance to the Ondo State deputy governors in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution. We are in a country that is governed by law. At least this law must also be respected. The people of Ondo State observe transparent and accountability leadership, and we will not stand idly by wide political machinations jeopardize the well-being of the noble and well-respected state. When you look at Ondo State, it's strategically positioned, and I think it's one of the leading states, even in the Southwest. So therefore, we cannot fold our hand and allow such a state like that, being one of the pioneer states in the country, to also be led behind. We know what development is all about. It's not an easy task to get. So therefore, there should be a vacuum of leadership so that it can also continue from where the governor has also stopped. We urge the Governor Rotimi Akeredolu to prioritize the needs of the people and to resume its responsibility without further delay or transfer power to the deputy governor. Our state, the Ondo State, cannot be afford to be without effective leadership, and we demand swift action to ratify this situation. And we therefore use this opportunity to call all the well-meaning Nigerians, the APC at the headquarters here, to also make sure that what is also going on, even with the new Renew Hope agenda of His Excellency Ahmed Bola Tinubu, which is also intending to bring people out of even poverty, Ondo State shouldn't be left behind. They should be part of where the decision is being, taken, and more reason why we are calling this press conference. So let all the stakeholders come together and make sure that the right thing is done in Ondo State. Thank you.
But however, when you look critically at the situation of Ondo State, over 6 months, if not more than that, and we have been clamoring, shouting, but I see this on the deaf ear. So, but today, because we are stakeholders, as a responsible citizen, we find it necessary, if not more than important, to call the attention of the government and other stakeholders, even the political parties, to come into this situation and allow the deputy governor to carry on the affair of the state. Because in the absence of the governor and the deputy governor, the state suffers. And the representative of the leadership at the grassroots is invisible. It's not seen. Hence, the affairs is completely collapsing. So in this administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we want the rule of law to prevail. Exactly. As enshrined in the Constitution of Nigeria. It must be applicable to Ondo State. Thank you.
Thank you very much.